Hi, welcome to our tutorial video on searching for COVID relief recipients. This is going to start with, we're already on the table view module of our COVID relief tracker that POGO has put together. And so we're going to go through some of the functionality just in sort of constructing a search or how to use the filters. We're going to do a separate video on exploring those results and what you can do with it, because we're worried it might be too long a video, quite honestly. But let's start with what we've got available for you. I want to point out, very first thing, you'll see this toggle for assistance and contracts. That's because the data for those two different types of awards, they're really different in structure. And so we weren't able to easily put them together. And so you have to decide if you want to search assistance, which really is grants, loans, direct assistance, those kinds of things, or contracts. The vast majority of the COVID spending is in an assistance awards. And so we always default when you come to the table view to assistance, since that's going to be the biggest thing. But and when you start to do an assistance search, you'll see here the first thing you have to do is you have to enter either a location or you have to enter some name, at least 3 letters of a name, before you can. These are grayed out, these other filters, types of awards, industry sectors. And this is simply because the data has gotten so large. We're allowing searching on 26 million records, essentially. And the larger, more open-ended searches were taking too long and resulting in a real slowdown of the site. So if you put in, and this will auto-complete, if you select, say, Illinois, you'll see that now all of a sudden these other filters are available. You could narrow it by grants or direct payments. You can select a major industry sector. You can type in or pull from the list one of the agencies that's funding it, or a very specific program. Different agencies have sometimes multiple programs. This is a very long list. There's hundreds of programs that are included in the tracker. So there are some major ones that a lot of people know, but this is available. There's also something called accountability flags. This bears taking a second to talk briefly about. This is data we're pulling in from a colleague organization, Good Jobs First. They do a lot of work tracking regulatory violations, fines, other accountability measures around companies. And so they have done a lot of work connecting that up to COVID spending. And we've tried to pull that in and present either exact matches, the exact match award dollar amount that they found, or potential matches also. These are ones where the match is in the name and location, but maybe not in the actual award. So in the data, you'll see them show up as slightly different exact and potential matches. But if you want, you can limit your search to these. So you just see recipients who had accountability issues, federal violations, that kind of thing. And then, of course, the amount you can put in a range if you're only looking for something over $1 million or something like that. And so, again, once you have put something in, a location or a name, you get access to all of these filters. I'm not even going to run a search right now. I'm going to leave that for the other video. And I'm going to jump us over to contracts because it's slightly different. As I said, the structure is different. Because we have fewer contracts, you don't have the same requirement to enter a name or location. If you want to use one of these filters for all the contracts, you can. But you'll notice there are a couple missing. There's a lot of the same industry sectors, agency, accountability flags, and amount. There's no award type. That's because everything's the same in this toggle. Everything is a contract. And there's also no program under the agency. That's because federal contracts really don't get assigned a program. And so they just don't work that way. And so those aren't available to you. But other than that, you've got a lot of the same filters, and you'll get very similar data, again, in a slightly different structure. I'm going to leave it here. Check out our other video to see some of the results that you can get and how to then work with those results and sort of what you can do. Thank you very much.